My name is Anna. I'm a software engineer at General Assembly, and I work on their learning management system. We have a product manager named Brian, and not too long ago, he was running SQL queries against our production data. He had written all these really great queries that would give him the information he needed, like how many students have completed lesson X, Y, and Z in class ABC. And that was really useful for people like our account managers and our engagement managers to have, but it wasn't easy to get to. So he asked us if there was some way we could automate our reporting system. And we said, of course, give us your SQL. So he gave us these queries. So we had a Ruby on Rails program, and we had some SQL queries. We looked at a couple different ways to handle this, and we decided to go with SQL views. We wanted to keep our SQL in our database. We didn't want it littered throughout our Ruby code base. We had some reports just in like Ruby files in different places. We didn't know what reports were already out there, and it was really hard for us to update things, and we had to go looking for something called reportsql.rb. When it was in our database, we could just check to see what views we had and pull any information we needed out of that, or take a view that we already had and modify it or use it in different ways. We use an ORM, we use Active Record, as most like Rails applications do. It was really nice not to have to make multiple queries to get information from a whole bunch of different tables and perform complex calculations. It was really fast. It was a lot faster than crunching numbers in the application code. And I don't know, it feels right. It feels cleaner. So for other use cases, like outside of our application, you might want to use a SQL view if you have a really expensive query, or you have a page that's taking a long time to load because of all the reads you're making to your database. You can create a materialized view, which is where the results of that expensive query are calculated when you tell it to be calculated, and then they're saved in that virtual table. So you can query that data, and it's almost like putting a cache in your database. And then you can refresh that data whenever you need up-to-date stats or up-to-date results of that query. I would probably say that one of the major benefits of a SQL view is reusability. So for example, if I want to run a report where I tell everybody, every student in this class has completed this amount of things, their percentage, like from 100 to 0, or if I wanted to render, for example, a page that showed a student how their progress is going, I could just select from that view. I could grab all those stats out where the student ID is. And I wouldn't have to rewrite that SQL query somewhere else in my code base, or tack on a little where to the end of it. It would reduce the duplication of my code. Another benefit of using SQL views instead of just queries themselves is kind of the same benefit that you get from taking a 300-line script and breaking it up into named functions. If you give something a name, it's clear what the purpose of that code was, rather than just select splat from X, Y, Z where I said so. I just want to have this for the record, it's my birthday.